Hello friends, JBM everyone. Good afternoon to all. Friends, today I would like to share to you about the one accident. Friends, you are all well new. Nowadays, currently, especially accidents were registering and that have been continuing, but there was no control, there was no curb by the government and who are the responsible authorities and officials. Friends, last yesterday one accident was registered. Worker killed while placing the cone on the ORR. Friends, the who was the laborer while he was placing the which was the safety indication cone on the outer ring road at the exit 50 Pedda Golconda on Friday. Friends, as usually, who was killed, that man, that laborer, as usually he was gone for the work at the ORR. While he was placing that cone, he was rammed by the one speedy car. The which was the rammed him. That car was came with the heavy speed and that rammed into the that laborer. Friends, who was the worker. He was identified as a Nemligari Navin Raj, 48-year old worker laborer. His residence is a Nagaram village, Shamshabad Mandal in Hyderabad city. Friends, the as usual he was left to the home 9 a.m. on the morning Friday, and that accident was occurred 9:20 a.m. Friends, within the 20 minutes he was killed and he was died at the workplace where he was worked. There was actually he had been working at the Abhitej Enterprises past 2 years. Friends, the after the incident, that information, his wife, she was got the information by the one worker who was working alongside him. He was given the information to the Navin Raj's wife. The Navin Raj's wife Andalu, 45-year-old woman, she was came rushly to the spot, and when she was reached to that spot, she found her husband with the severe bleeding and the injuries, and he was died on the spot. Friends, the that negligence and carelessness and recklessness that led and power to one worker was died. Really very sad. Friends, nowadays many accidents were registering and those came under the light, but there is no cops, there is no control. Where is the problem? We couldn't understand. Friends, especially who are the workers, who are the laborers, they only facing the accident problem and they were only died in the past. Friends, really I am heartfully expressing the sad, and I am extending my condolence to bereaved family members. Friends, the who was the deceased, he was he was work he had been working at that exist 15 the Pedda Golconda. There was that accident was registered. Really very sad. According to the complaint by the his wife Andalu, the police officials, they were registered the case, and which was the deceased body that sent to the hospital for the postmortem. That one happened and registered. Friends, who was rammed to the worker and who was rammed to the laborer. He was identified as a, friends, the Indukuri Venkata Siva Praneeth Verma. He is a 23-year-old old youngster, and his residence is a BN Reddy Nagar in Hyderabad city. Friends, why when he was rammed him, that before he came with the very speed, his over speed and his carelessness drive or drove that led and power to one worker died. Really very sad. That's why everyone be careful and be conscious yourself while the driving and riding time. Friends, the that uh, he as usual he was went for the work, and unexpectedly who was the Navin Raj, he was died. Really very sad. Friends, everyone nowadays who are the workers, who are the daily laborers, they only uh, died and by the accident, especially accidents while they were working time, while they were going to the for the work time. That time, the last time many members who are the women and who are went for the um, paddy transplantation, they were also died by the accident. Really very sad. That's why I am really heartfully expressing my regret, and I am extending my condolence to the bereaved family members who was the Navin Raj, who was died by that accident. He was a elder in their family. Who was the elder? Who giving the food and who were nursing to their family? He only died. What is their family condition? Family members all were on the mourning situation going on, the sad moment going on. That's why the concerned authorities and officials should be go there and should be conjure them, and should be give the support them for the overcome and for the moving their life in the future. That's where should be go and should be conjure them. This is my message to the who are the concerned authorities and officials, and especially government and home minister should be direct the some rules and regulation to the traffic officials, and who are the department and who are the concerned authorities and officials should be give the counseling and guidance, and what is the what is the driving education, what is the rules and regulation, how we have to drive, and how we have to ride the vehicles, how much speed we have to take, what is the limit, what is the speed, should be give the counseling and guidance to the every drivers who are driving the vehicles, who have the vehicles. Those first should be give the counseling and guidance. This is my request, and my I am sharing this message to the especially traffic police officials and department and the government of Telangana. Especially I am sharing to them this message, and the should be give the counseling and guidance, and every month twice or once should be take the awareness program, and should be give the awareness, and should be overcome, and should be curb and control those accidents. This is my request. And friends, the who had involved in those accident should be cancel their license, and should be give the punishment them for the control and curb. This is my request to the concerned authorities and officials. Friends, really those accidents very sad moment happen, and those were registered. Who was the daily wager, who was the laborer, he was died. What very whose negligence means, who was the driver. He is a the 23-year-old. He is a the private employee from the BN Reddy Nagar in Hyderabad city. His negligence and his carelessness driving was led and power to one worker died. That's why everyone should be careful while the driving and riding time. This is my request to every my friends and my family friends and who are my brothers. All are should be careful and always be conscious. Won't take the over speed and won't drive with the over speedily. This is my request. We have to control and we have to drive and ride your vehicle with the what is the limits of the control, what is the speed, what is the how much we have to take the speed, that only you can do. Won't take such a extreme step and won't do such accidents. The very danger with accidents are very danger, that compulsory give the death to one man or the one people. There was man woman are not a matter, but the everyone they are facing the especially accidents. That's why the bike, especially bike accidents, car accident and the bus accidents were registered and those have been continuing. There is no curb, there is no control by the government. Especially those accidents why they are continuing means especially negligence and carelessness of the government. That's why government should be take the responsibility and should be control them and should be give the counseling and guidance and awareness over the accident and what is the traffic education, what is the traffic rules and regulations, what is the driving limits. That's what should be give the counseling and guidance. Who involved and who did those accident, those for should be taken the strict and stringent action. Won't leave them, won't give the free hands them and for the chance to others. This is my message. Thank you everyone. Jai Bhim.